Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Max, and today I'm going to be talking about a worry I have for Loki Season 2. Alright, so when it comes to Loki, I really enjoyed that show. I think the ending could have been a little bit stronger or more dramatic, but overall, it's definitely one of my favorite Disney Plus shows, and I can't wait to see what they do with Season 2. Now, when it comes to Season 2, I'm really curious as to what the story will be. Obviously, at the end of Loki, we know that Sylvie opened up the multiverse by killing the Kang variant, and Loki was pushed into the TVA where Mobius and one of the prominent agents of the show did not know who he was. Now, this is a lot to go off of, and as we saw, there was the Kang statue in the TVA. And, you know, I think a lot of us, me included, when the multiverse stuff was announced, I was under the impression that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness would be pretty much the end of the multiverse stuff, or it would be the way of Marvel closing it off. Maybe they still had access to it to bring other versions of characters in the future and things like that. But with the announcement of Loki Season 2 and then finding out that the director is not going to be returning for the second season, it really sounds like, unless they did this in secret, that this show is going to at least be 2 to 3 years out. And that worries me a little bit, because at this point we should all trust Marvel with their stories and how things are connected. But I wonder if having a gap that wide would maybe make people lose interest in terms of what the show of Loki is doing, because Season 1 brought us into the idea of variants and the multiverse and all these things that we had been hearing about for a long time but never actually saw, and it was very exciting bringing all these things in there. But now we're getting into the phase in the multiverse where it is open, and we have, you know, Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man No Way Home, along with potentially the other Spider-Men and the Sinister Six, as it's been rumored, as well as, you know, a lot of other cameos that scoopers are throwing out there, different storylines and things revolving around the multiverse, including the next Doctor Strange movie. And it really seems like Loki Season 2 will be based on the multiverse, but, like, will it be too late at the point Season 2 comes out for people to care about it as much as they could? Because when I saw Season 2 was coming out, I was under the impression that maybe they had already filmed the Season 2, because, as we know, Clark Gregg mentioned that he talked to Tom Hiddleston about them doing 12 episodes of Loki, and Season 1 of Loki only had 6 episodes. So when I saw the stamp, the end credit scene stamp, if we want to call it that, announcing Loki Season 2, I figured, oh, maybe that is, since they haven't announced Miss Marvel or any other type of show for the fall besides What If, maybe we would have Season 2 in a few months, and that would kind of give us a little bit of a further explanation to what would be happening in the big projects like Doctor Strange, like Spider-Man, and, you know, possibly Eternals and other projects like that. But there really is no news about Season 2, and it seems like it will be continuing the same story of the, you know, the whole multiverse thing. But at that point, will the multiverse be something we're so used to that it won't have the same shock value as Season 1? And then will the story be something that people care about enough? Because, you know, I saw a lot of people, when Season 1 of Loki was going on, not super into the whole kind of slower episode, romantic character development type of storytelling. And I do see what they're talking about, but I think for what the show was, it did need that, because we didn't have background on Sylvie, or, you know, we had to kind of get used to this new version of Loki. So I think there was a lot of good stuff there. But overall, if that's something they're going to continue in Season 2, I think they need to bring, you know, some other big stuff in there, whether that's Kang himself coming in after Ant-Man or some other big players. I think they need something to get fans' attention, because, you know, as of right now, I don't really know what they would do to keep interest like Season 1 had. Obviously, Loki is a big character, but we're going to get to the point where there's variants of everybody, and we don't really, you know, have the same attachment to maybe the main timeline characters anymore, or they're bringing other versions over like they've done with Loki. Is it really going to have as much of an impact as it did in Season 1? So that's about all I have for now. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Let me know in the comments below if you think the multiverse stuff coming out before Loki Season 2 will have a negative impact on Season 2. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for checking it out, and I will see you in the next one.